Anxiety. It's something that a lot of us go through in life. For some of us, it even travels with us daily. We all cope in different ways, and sometimes we just need to take a deep breath. But other times, it's not quite that simple. For me, relieving anxiety from the day comes from a very introverted place. It comes from entertainment. More often than not, it's actually video games that give me the escape that I so deeply crave. We're lucky that by 2019, many game developers have chosen to cover these hard topics, such as anxiety, depression, and disease. Back in the day, games would have to hide that kind of stuff behind its story. But now, we're so advanced, we can have games that are solely dedicated to talking about that outright. Take Celeste, for example. It starts out as a story about a girl climbing a mountain, but slowly unravels into a journey about how mountainous anxiety and depression can become if not dealt with in a healthy manner. I'd like to take you back, if you would, to my childhood. Delve into what is mine, and by proxy, probably my mom's most anxious moments. The year? 2005. I was on my way to my first day at middle school, and little did I know the hard journey that was ahead of me. See, the previous summer, I went through the tumultuous task of dealing with my best friend from elementary school moving away to a different state. In reality, he was probably the only real friend I had at that point. This was tough on its own to deal with. On top of that, though, I had to almost immediately become somewhat independent for the very first time. I was very shy as a kid, and I tended to stay closer to the people that seemed like they knew what they were doing. I was always the follower, no matter what it came to. Now, suddenly, left to my own devices, I broke. No one to call upon. It was dark. I remember repeatedly my mom would have to come pick me up for the first few days because I was so anxious. I was driving myself ill. It was bad. I refused to go. My mom had even seriously considered homeschooling me at that point. But I couldn't help it. My anxiety got the better of me. It was a big new world, so daunting. My brain just couldn't handle it. On top of that, my best friend, who lived down the road since I was in first grade, now was literally thousands of miles away. So, my mom let me take the first few days off of school to collect myself. And hell, she probably even needed a few days to figure out what the hell she was going to do. In an effort to try to calm me down, she took me to what was one of my favorite places in the world at the time. The ancient land of... I was glancing through all the game cases, wondering what they were about. See, at the time, high-speed internet and YouTube were not as attainable as they are today. So I literally had to look at the game cases and leave the rest to my imagination. Not seeing anything that piqued my interest, I strolled on over the GameCube section, as I had been neglecting it for quite a while. I picked up this box featuring a cover with a house and various people in it. It really felt cozy. The title plastered over the top on a board that just said, "Welcome to Animal Crossing." As if it were telling me directly, "Come on in, relax, stay a while," which is just what I needed to hear at the time. We picked it up and drove home, and the rest of the day, I was glued to that screen. I became familiar with characters such as Tom Nook and KK Slider. What was the game about, you ask? Menial labor and paying off debt, that's what! That's right. I know what I said. And you know what? It was the only thing that kept me sane in those moments. A game about things that I now stress over in real life was an escape for me as a child, and it was surprisingly exactly what I needed. Without knowing it at the time, it taught me some things about responsibility and taking initiative. Of course, nothing outright cures anxiety. I was still nervous about going to classes. My mom, being at her wit's end, just said to me, "If you go back to school, I'll buy you this game." And I was like, damn it, how could I resist? This game had me. I couldn't let this game go, so I trudged through classes once more. That night, I was restless. So nervous for the next day. I'm sure my mom was too. Nervous about, oh, is this really it? Do I have to homeschool this kid? But my alarm went off. I woke up, groggy as ever, took my shower. My mom drove me in, and I cried the entire way. But the day started, and I went. Panic had still come over me. However, something was different. Something that I had in the back of my mind. That even in my darkest moments, I had this little town to go back to. This little town in Animal Crossing. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. I just want to say I got a lot of great feedback from my last video, the Kingdom Hearts video. It's doing phenomenal. It's doing a lot more better than I would have thought. 133 views at the time of this recording. That's really cool. I got 30 subscribers now, which is also a great mile marker for me. I mean, it's not a lot still, but it's more than I would have expected at this level, you know, so thank you so much. I also might change up this formula a little bit, not just do the video essays, but maybe do some goofier stuff. These video essays are a little bit harder to make, so it behooved me to kind of space these out a bit and kind of have some time to put some more passion into it, to make something I'm very proud of, and just kind of see where it goes from there. But I am kind of trying to do monthly for now. It seems to be a good schedule for what I have going on. Maybe do it weekly, bi-weekly, eventually, when I get stuff going. But thank you for staying with me through all this. I appreciate all the comments, all the feedback that you guys have given me. I want to also give a special shout out to Billiam, who let me use his Animal Crossing footage. That was amazing for you to do, dude. Thank you so much. Please check him out. He is an amazing YouTuber. If you like what I do, you'll probably like what he does. He does a lot of 2000s nostalgia video games and shows and movies. So really amazing channel. Check him out. Amazing of him to let me use some of his footage, as I couldn't record my own for Animal Crossing, which I didn't realize until the moment of. So thank you so much again. And as always, thanks for watching. Stay beautiful and take care.